G'day, and let us spin you a cracking yarn of four bonds of mates on a ripper adventure through Fantasy Australia, where every bugger wants to kill your face. It's Dungeons and Dragons, except down under, we call it Dungeons and Drongos. Dunnies, dingoes, drop in.
Welcome back to Fantasy Australia episode 3. We're still recording this all in the same night, you fucking suckers! So, hey everyone.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey party people.
What's up, party?
You're in a party, you're adventurers, you having an adventure?
My name's Zach and I like to party.
Oh, Zach, he likes to party. Hello, party people. Zach is in the house. Woo!
His name's Zach and he likes to roll ones.
Yeah, you guys.
I like to critically miss.
Yeah. Hey baby, critically missed your call. So who else we got here?
Paris.
Paris
and I like to party.
I like to party as well.
Halfling, Paris, little tacker.
Yeah, halfling called G'day.
G'day, Paris, halfling, g'day. And we have Zach, who is a tiefling. Demon guy, hellbilly, whose name is
Plank.
Bunnings,
Every one of us.
and making a lot of noise there.
Do.
Suzanne,
I'm playing Mackenzie, who's an elf wizard.
racist elf
And a
wizard.
big old biatch.
And what happened in our last adventure? What are the highlights?
Shit got real.
Sure did.
I can think of one highlight. I don't like to talk about it much, but what happened was I really intimidated the shit out of everyone and gained respect from the Tatermen and my team.
You've been the breakout star of this podcast. I was reading the Reddit thread about your character. Fuck, dude, they love G'day. Like, everybody's like, you're carrying the team. Plank is a burden. Do you remember how, like, she intimidated the shit out of Rat Rooter? My God, like, yeah, he's going to think twice about rooting rats again. All that stuff. Just absolutely amazing. So, great to you. I'm wearing one of your t-shirts right now.
Thank you.
So that's all been good. So, you went into the mine. I heard a rumor that there's a bit of a mystery in the pie mine. Can we think of some of the things that have happened that you guys might need to get to the bottom of?
Fucking bleeding pies.
Pies are bleeding.
There was a
The
big
accounts.
How can you sleep while the pies are bleeding?
The accounts are a little bit dodgy.
I don't think
true.
That's the real mystery.
I didn't miss that, Suzanne. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
There was a big old hairy spider from the ground, which I'm assuming is an irregular occurrence because
All the animals are trying
Yeah.
to kill everyone.
We lost
Yes.
Alf.
We did lose Alf.
Alf went missing.
Good night, sweet friends.
I gained a pet named Beefy.
Little Beefy.
The beef
pie
stew.
bug.
We
Yeah.
still
Stu-
haven't clarified
after-
He smells
how
great,
exactly
doesn't
we're
he?
going to identify this guy.
What guy?
Little bug boy.
He's in a carrier.
Yeah, but when he gets out, he's going to be identical to all the other ones.
Not if he's still in the
We're going to
carrier.
have a freaking...
I think this is a test. You look at...
Okay, what was that movie we saw?
This
With
is
the little piggy.
Oh, Babe.
No.
Okja.
Babe 2.
Okja.
Pig in the City.
This is going to be an Okja situation
I think that
where our pig gets into a bundle of other pigs.
Yeah, I'm trying to subversively turn everybody off meat without
As we walk out of the
Dragons
dungeon.
campaign.
That's kind of already happened.
G'day.
We're eating pies made of insect meat.
I think that G'day is a little bit insulted. Typical Mackenzie, assuming that all little beefies look the same. That's very much
Specious.
Yeah, she's a problem, isn't it? Very problematic, the things that she says. The other thing, I think if you're ever having problems identifying one of the regular pie bugs from Little Beefy, you just have to ask yourself, is there a carrier around it? And is it in G'day's hand?
Look, inevitably, this guy's going to get out of the carrier and I'm going to be like, fuck you all.
I mean,
Okay, well, yeah. I mean,
+6 animal handling to call my sweet beefy beef stew.
well, this is a good.
My sweet beefy.
This is a good segue in a lot of ways. A fantasy segue. There's a few of them. There's helmets. Jump on them. Let's go through the mines.
Was that really
Do we need a helmet?
fancy segue? Was it really?
No, it wasn't. There's no segues. What I meant to say was that The three of you are about to solo adventure into these mines where no tater man is willing to tread. And you've started to get a little bit more of an idea about what makes each of you tick. So, what's the conversation as you're about to do this? What's on your minds? How are you dealing with each other? How are you getting along? In fact, give me a little bit of a. This isn't even what you're saying out loud. Give me your personal thoughts. So, g'day. What's your takeaway with the other two at this point in the adventure?
At the moment, as you know, a character that's not been around humans a lot. She's been around pack animals.
Yes.
So
Humanoids, for the sake of this.
oh yes, sorry.
Now
People.
who all looks the same.
She did want.
We're not even human.
People that dem walk on their hind legs.
Yeah, big old hand users
Yeah.
with the thumbs.
Old thumb boys over here.
I think she thinks animals are a bit simpler. She's wishing she was back with them, where you just sort of like gained each other's respect, had each other's back, and things are a bit more complicated.
She doesn't know this because we're in your private thoughts.
Yes,
right
yeah,
now.
this is my internal thing. I'm thinking, you know, why do things have to be so complicated? Like Avril Lavigne once said.
Yes, fantasy Avril Lavigne.
What would that name be?
Avril. Favreau.
Avril has beans.
Avril has
Favreau
been-
has magic beans.
Yes,
So,
that's
on
what
a
she's
scale
feeling.
of 1 to 10, how much do you like Mackenzie Brady? She doesn't know this. This is your thoughts. We're in your thoughts. We're in your thought palace.
In your brain.
I think that like a 6, because there's a respect there, because she does a lot that I can't do.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. And what do you think of Plank?
He is dead weight, and he causes. He actually makes matters worse, and then he doesn't even fix them. So at the moment, like, he's entertaining, but respect level is a 2.
I've just realised that we have done a breakthrough right now that I've never heard on the Dungeons and Dragons podcast before. We are doing the reality show
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
confession room about the other contestants. So, Plank, you are
These
in the
guys are all fucking throwing me under
you
the bus.
are in the confession room.
What does Plank think?
What do you
right
think
now?
of your other party members?
Right now, he's like, how can I put this minus helmet on without breaking it? It's not gonna go over my horns. I like G'day. Yeah, she's alright. Obviously, I didn't hear her.
Yeah, that's good.
completely
That's
dog
good
me.
television play.
Yeah, she's alright. I kind of wish she was more helpful.
Yeah. No, say it. Because I think if I was a producer on this fantasy reality TV show, I'd be like, but what do you really think? Don't you think she's kind of a little bitch?
She's obviously the best one of the group. I am not ashamed to admit that.
Okay.
I'd probably give her a 7 out of 10.
All right. And what about Mackenzie?
Mackenzie, a lot
What a
less.
bitch face, right? What about that
Yeah.
bitch face, Mackenzie?
Oh,
Yeah.
bitch face Mackenzie.
You know what,
That's
Mr.
they call me.
Producer?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not being instigated into the conversation
Restate
at all.
my question in your own words.
Is Mackenzie a bitch face? Yes. Probably a 5. I got nothing against her, but I got nothing like for her.
Yeah, I hear you. And then we go to Mackenzie. Mackenzie, what is it like to live with these losers?
It's a trial. I'm deeply resenting the fact that I'm here. And resenting the fact that I'm having to associate with all these little fuckers.
Yeah.
Although clearly, G'day has some uses.
Okay.
So credit where credit's due, and it means I'm not having to handle the Beatles. That's fine.
So she impresses you more than the other one?
She has uses.
He's more dead weight, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he a dead weight?
He's a
Restate my question as though it was your own
He's a
thoughts.
reasonable meat shield.
Yeah.
And he's keeping things interesting.
Okay.
So, you know.
That's generous.
What can you...
So, alright. So, knowing these things about each other, you journey into the mine, and obviously the mine has a lot of different shafts and a lot of places to go, but a lot of shafts. Some of the shafts have hair at the end. Some of them sort of end in a kind of glistening tip. But
the worst.
Little Beefy sort of peaks. His interest is peaked, and he is sort of leaning
Little Beefy's
in a
investigating the
direction.
shaft.
He's kind of muling. He seems very curious to sort of go in a certain way.
What's going on, little Beefy?
What's that, Skip? Sounds at the bottom of the well.
Can I use some sort of skill to try and interpret what he's saying?
No, I don't think you have that
Surely
skill.
that's an animal handling thing.
Oh, well,
like-
he's friendly to you.
That's
Insight.
a familiarity.
Okay, look, if an animal is in a carrier and banging to the right,
Okay.
do you go left?
Why is he banging?
No, he's like going. He's going.
And I'm like,
That
He's curious,
That
and
was
then-
the worst thing I've
Listen-
ever seen in
listen,
my life.
listen, guys.
It was upsetting.
I trust Beefy, and I think he's telling us something. What do you think?
Hands up, who trusts Beefy?
I trust Beefy.
I feel like we have literally nothing else to go on at this point, so why not?
I trust Beefy, yes.
Okay, so it's very. You would assume that these would be very busy, bustling minds. I mean, because you know from your own personal experience, you don't have to be a pie wizard to know this, that people eat a lot of pies in fantasy Australia, and yet that these minds are very isolated, very dark, very. Like torches are going out, things haven't been maintained, and a lot of tools and helmets and equipment have just been dropped and just been left there. And as you sort of get deeper and deeper into a tunnel, little Beefy starts to seem a little bit distressed. He's a bit. I'm just playing, I'm having fun with my mouth.
Just gotta keep on going until we do something. I have a question. So you know stuff about them animals?
Yeah.
Yep, cool. So do we know anything about how these creatures like reproduce?
Oh, just
Whoa.
just sexily.
Pervert.
They're fucking. No, they like to fuck. They like to just get greasy
Right.
and just.
That's like
What I'm getting at is there a mama beetle in here somewhere?
a queen.
Oh, yeah, like a
bee.
big one.
Yeah, like a big one.
Queen bee.
Yeah, there could be.
And is because I can't think of any other reason why this particular beetle would be
Well,
urging in a certain direction.
Well, is the beetle magic? Because if the beetle's magic, then the queen would be magic, right?
Well, I cast detect magic and there was nothing.
No, there were, you had little Beefy with you at the time. There was
Yeah.
no aura around little Beefy. There was certainly an aura around those pies, the bleeding pies.
well, we'll just keep going.
I think we should let Beefy out of the cage.
No, I'm not saying that. It's not because we wouldn't
No,
be able to tell
then-
him apart, because I definitely would know which one he was. I'm just saying.
Then Beefy can show us where he wants us to go.
He's doing a
bit
great
better.
job from the carrier.
All right.
Oh, you know what I can
All right.
do? See, I can cast a light on him. I can make him a moving, glowing, buggy beacon.
You can, but there's no shortage of light in the mine because it is a working area. So there are regular torches spaced out along the. And a lot of you have dark vision as well. So being able to see isn't really a big factor at the moment.
I was thinking more just being able to particularly.
Oh,
pick him
to
out.
identify? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. If you want to do that, sure.
Okay, under that condition, I will let Beefy out of his enclosure.
So let me just double check.
Oh, you've let him out too early. No.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have to touch him.
Ew.
Yeah.
Through the bars, or are you going to let him out?
I think I can touch him through the bars.
All right.
Okay.
So he absolutely poses no threat.
Yeah.
So this is one of your cantrips.
It is.
For
lasts
people
for
who
an hour.
don't know about D&D, cantrips are just one of these things where wizards are just like, I fucking got this. I know this. This is like the alphabet. This is like 1, 2, 3, ABC. That's how easy it is,
I'm
Jackson
throwing
5.
this shit around like confetti.
Yeah, you just know it. It doesn't, you don't, there's no limit on it. You just do it. If you want to do it, do it. Enjoy
Alright.
it. Have fun with it.
This light lasts for an hour.
Okay.
You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
So look,
He's a bright fucking bug.
he's not afraid of you at all. He doesn't mind you touching him. You put your slender, pale fingers through the bar and touch him, and he lights up and he goes, "Be good," and like he lights up, and it's just this radiant light, And no, he says, bright light. And then just he glows, and it's fine. So now
And
you have a
I
little...
rub my hand vigorously on my gown.
You have a little beefy friend, and you have a lantern. So, yeah.
A little glow bug.
A little glow bug here. Hello, buddy. Yeah, so it looks great. Looks great. Aesthetics.
Also, I can
Beautiful.
choose what colour that light is.
What colour is it?
I would like a soft purple.
Do you guys like that?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I guess.
Cool.
Does it get you in the mood?
Well, red
It's-
feels a bit
It's
confrontational.
very
Yeah.
mysterious. I like it.
All right.
But a bright white light would
Some
be like,
good
holy
mood
shit.
lighting.
So,
There's something about the change of light. You know how just sometimes seeing something in a different way just draws your attention to something. And there is a dark shape just at the edge of the light lying prone on the floor.
Is it?
is it a person?
Is
Is
it?
it Stumpy?
It's humanoid. Yeah, and
Stumpy.
Stumpy.
it's pretty compact.
Is it stumpy shaped?
What do you mean?
Can we see it properly, or
Is it Jolo's friend that
That's
you've
what-
never seen in your entire life? Does it look like a guy that you've never met? Well, what do I roll for that?
Does it look
Nothing,
like
because
a
you
little-
don't fucking
A
know.
little stumpy dipshit.
how big are his
Yeah,
legs?
every tater man looks like a little stumpy dipshit. That was a fucking chapter in your dissertation.
I yell out, Stumpy, and
You
then
hear nothing.
nothing. All right, I go, Stumpy. Jolo loves you. And I look at these guys. I'm
Nothing.
like, mission
Nothing.
complete, guys.
Nothing.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Back.
There's
Nothing.
nothing else we can do for this guy, and we keep going.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I walk over and have a look.
you just want to loot him.
I just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah. So punch him in the no. So you're gonna go over and look.
Yeah.
Who's investigating this?
I'll go
this
have a
shape?
look.
All right.
Meat shield.
So as you get closer and closer, it's not moving. There's no reaction. So you continue to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I go close enough so that I can see.
All right.
Because if he's in the dark, I've got night vision.
Yeah.
So.
No,
It's like-
it's the body of a dwarf, which looks like it has had some serious damage.
Oh no.
What kind
I
of
check his body
ruins-
for ID and valuables.
Okay, so ID. So they on their little jumpsuits, they have a thing, and his name is Jeffrey Not Stumpyton.
Is there anything else on him? Like any...
The most obvious thing that you would notice
Not like valuables, just like signs of...
is there is a very large gaping hole in his abdomen.
Like all the way through?
It's like a big. Well, you don't know from a glance,
Oh, we
but
got
you
chest
can.
bursters.
I put my hand in it. I'm like, ew.
Okay. All right. I'm going to roll to attack. So there is
Fucking
something.
mimic.
There is something inside
I turn around and I yell, it's not Stumpy!
this.
Oh,
Yeah, and
thank
as
God.
you say that, 16. What's your AC?
16.
If it equal to or is a hit, right? Should we say yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you put your hand in. It only does 1 point of damage, but you feel a sharp pain, which makes you, snap your. Unless you're a dumb shit, would make you snap. Are you a dumb shit? Let me roll to see how dumb of a shit you are.
Is
I'm
that
not going to say you.
I pull my hand out.
Okay, great.
And I'm
You
like,
pull your
what the
hand out.
fuck? And I put my hand back in.
And a pie bug pushes its face out of the open gut wound and starts gnashing its teeth towards you. You are being bitten by a fucking pie bug.
Oh, squash it?
motherfucker?
Can I kill it?
Well, let's roll initiative.
Is that like such a thing that I have to kill it? Or can I just step on it?
No, they're reasonably big. I mean, they're about like 2 feet by a foot.
They're like
Oh, I thought they
crustaceans.
were like this. I thought an individial pie bug was a pie.
No, they're bigger than that.
Oh, okay.
You get a couple of pies out of a bug. Do you just get one
How big
steak out of a
beefy?
cow? Well, he's the same. He's a regular pie bug.
That's a huge.
How's she
Carrier.
carrying it?
1 foot. A ruler.
1 by 2, that's what he said.
It was
Yeah.
like half the size of you.
Yeah, no, but the cow. Yeah,
Yeah, but
she's,
how much?
All right, it doesn't matter. It
she's
doesn't
like
matter.
10 times stronger than you are.
I rolled a 12.
12. Okay, it's gonna roll a 14.
Hang on, isn't that an attack?
It isn't. No, it's an
No,
initiative.
it's
Oh, sorry. Do we roll initiative as well?
If you want to join this battle.
Yeah, probably should.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I got this.
I'm not sure you do. 20 for me.
Okay.
23. No,
All right.
22.
So
Sorry.
you're first. What are you going to do?
Always.
Use your longbow.
To
Shoot it.
That's the only
Shoot
thing
it?
you could do because you're too far away.
okay, yeah. I'll use my longbow and try and shoot.
I would think you're all pretty close together. I think you would be within range
Oh, okay.
if you wanted to attack with
Because
something
I would
else.
rather like hit it away. Like I don't want to kill this thing.
No, kill it. It bit me.
Well, you had it. You basically put your fingers in its mouth.
You were
Yeah,
pretty
you know
rude.
what? Fair enough.
So I'm just gonna try and like golf it with my staff. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to roll to hit?
17.
17 damage. 3.
3 damage. Okay, so you smack it with the staff. A part of it like kind of knocks away. It is quite hurt. It's definitely damaged. A little bit of steak and kidney kind of flops out the side, and it like rises up and like snarls. And Mackenzie, you're next.
Alright, I'm going to shoot it with a firebolt.
Yep.
24.
Yeah, absolutely.
7? Yeah.
Yep.
So 7 fire damage.
Okay, so both it and the body that it was in are just on fire. They light up, they're gone, it's done. And as soon as this happens, you see a change in Little Beefy. He goes from feeling kind of frightened to feeling agitated. And as he gets more and more agitated, he starts to bang against the cage and bang against the cage.
Is he mad at me?
No, but something is irritating
Okay.
him. Something is like worrying him. He still seems to be driving towards a certain direction. But as he gets more and more, there's no other word to say it than aggressive, you can hear more sort of scampering and thundering and movement in the caves. And it wouldn't take an expert to recognize that the pie bugs are restless.
Should we let him out and follow him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I open the cage and I say, I trust you, Beefy. My little beef stew.
Okay, little beef stew is not in control of himself right now, so he's going to attack. He's going to attack the little attacker, G'day. He rolls a critical 1, so
Yay!
yeah, he kind of confuses his mouth with his bum and doesn't do very well. But you are now aware that he is going to be aggressive towards you. So what would you like to do?
Just try and like catch him with the thing.
Can we knock him unconscious?
Yeah, they don't have a massive amount of hit points, so there's a risk involved with that. Like he's a little bit squishy.
And if he's not in control, my animal handling's not going to do much, is it? That's more for
No,
domestic.
because he's not domesticated at the
Okay.
moment. He's definitely aggressive. Like he definitely seems to be under the control of something. Little Beefy, you put us in a bind here.
I'm so attached.
A beefy bind.
I used to have sleep and I traded it for detect magic.
What if we had
Can we-
his little sleepy hat that you threw off a cliff? We could have given him sweet dreams.
Can we jump on him?
Sure.
I jump on Beefy.
Are
Just
you-
to like stop him from attacking.
So you're trying to restrain
Yeah, I
him,
restrain him.
essentially. Okay, let's do a strength check. And it's going to be relatively easy. Let's go with a DC 10.
What's your strength modifier though?
I got a 4.
With your bonus?
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. Why are you wasting your time? All right, he's going to do an attack against you because he's not having a part of that. 14. What's your DC?
16.
AC, sorry? 16. Okay, so you fumble, he breaks free, he tries to bite you, but you manage to pull away in time.
want to break free.
What are you guys going to do? Think of something or he's going to attack again.
I scramble off the ground and grab the carrier and try and catch him with it like a butterfly net.
Can we, drop the carrier onto him?
All right,
Let's
let's do
open door.
initiative and we'll see. You can all have an action to try and solve
Okay.
this problem.
16.
9, 10. Aw.
6.
That's the only instance in which we're going to go before you.
Okay. And Beefy is 7. So, Zach, you do have sorry, I should call you by your character name. Plank, you have the first opportunity to try and solve this.
So I grab the carrier
Yep.
and then try and use it like a butterfly net.
Okay, so should we say dexterity? Is everyone happy with dexterity as being the thing there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
What do I need?
10.
I got a 12.
Okay, yep. So you do. You manage to scoop him up and lock him back in the carrier. And once he's in there, he's still sort of aggressive. He's not harming himself, but he is like sort of bashing against all that affection and sort of trust. And you've always seen him as a kind of mellow creature has gone. There is something that is very much agitating.
In the 30 minutes we've known him.
In the whoa, I just threw my pencil. In the time that you've known him, and he seems to be definitely drawn towards a tunnel where there is more kind of scurrying and noise.
Is he becoming like a liability? Should we leave him and just go in that direction?
Just come back for him later.
And then, like, maybe if shit goes down, we'll follow the light. He'll lead us home to him.
Yeah, but if we get around the corner and like there's nothing there, we don't know where we're going to go.
I say, like, he's clearly pushing in a direction. We can see where he's pushing.
Yeah.
Using that, we can carry him in the carrier towards where we want to go.
So, lead the way, Beefy.
Can everyone roll perception for me?
12.
That'll do it, actually. So
17.
You notice that pie bugs are starting to burrow out of the walls behind you. So basically, essentially closing off where you came from, unless you want to go and fight. Probably about 6 of them to begin with, but you do get the sense that are more coming, or you can continue on down this.
Are they pushing in the same direction that Beefy is?
Maybe they're kind of hurting you.
Okay, so they're not trying to attack us, but they are pushing
They will
us.
attack you if you don't stick around. If you stick around. They're sort of coming in and ready to fight.
Okay, so should we take the hint and be
Yeah, we should just go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Run!
So you continue down the shaft, sort of avoiding these pie bugs. As you've sort of seen, they're not particularly tough, but en masse, they could probably cause a problem. And they certainly are aggressive now, which, if any of you, well, you would know this from sort of nature stuff, they've been known as being very placid, but at this time, they're very riled up, very aggressive, and if you don't keep moving, every sort of round of indecision or sort of sticking around, you'll probably have to fight.
Maybe they're breeding.
A couple of them.
They could be. Can I get on Plank's shoulders?
Yeah, we'll move quicker.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So
I'm going to lope along like a gazelle.
Beautiful. I love this. I love this word picture. You guys are stunning.
Are you going to hold on to the horns?
Yes! Oh my god! And I get the whip from your bag, and I'm like, yeah!
Oh, sorry, did you leave little Beefy?
No, we're carrying. You got.
Okay,
I'll hold him.
So so he's still sort of pointing towards a direction. So the bugs aren't fast. I mean, you got to bear in mind that these are creatures that are used to just being lumps of dough or meat inside walls.
Inside delicious things.
Yeah. So not particularly fast, and because you're moving, you're really avoiding any major conflict. And through the use, because you kept little Beefy, and because he's sort of still pushing towards a direction, he seems like he's having a big internal conflict, pushing towards a direction. You eventually get to an area which looks like it was probably walled off at some point, like perhaps for being too dangerous or something, but whatever barrier was put in place has been broken, and you can feel like wind sort of coming through it. Like it's definitely something has passed through here at some point recently.
Are we heading down?
Gradually. It's not like massive
It's a downward slope.
drops. Yeah, but you're in a mine, so...
Should we go in?
Well, yeah, we don't really have many options. We
No,
really
you got bugs
We could
behind
just
you.
seal it and hope for the
bugs
best.
behind us. How would we seal it though?
Put it back up and then use your immovable rod.
I ain't leaving that shit in there. That's my good shit.
Tea.
People don't know. Everyone got a magical item before we started, and Suzanne/Mackenzie does have an immovable rod, which fuck knows how that's going to be important, but maybe it'll be important at some point.
It's important for the lols.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to do anything which means that it will have to stay behind.
All right. Well,
As
then,
you're all pondering this, holy shit! A shrouded, spooky, glowing figure drops into the tunnel in front of you and goes, "Hey, mates, it's really fucking scary down there. Woo! It's
Meth head?
haunted and shit. Hey, so I'd fuck off and go home and forget about it if I were you, 'cause it's scary as shit, mate."
Can we throw something at it?
Is it a ghost?
Is someone?
You-
I'm a ghost!
It's a-
Woo!
It's totally a dude with a sheet over his head.
No, I'm not. I'm a ghost, and it's scary. And
just to get away from him, I run through the door.
Let's run into the
no, he's
thing.
blocking the way. He's blocking the way. He doesn't
Well,
want you to
you're
go
a ghost.
through. I'm a ghost.
If he's actually a ghost, run through him.
Yeah.
Who's gonna run through him?
We run through, we'll put your rod on the thing, we'll come back on the way out, so we've got no beetles getting us.
Rod on what thing?
On the protector thing from the hallway thing.
I don't think that's.
So shut the
too-
door.
No, it's just like a little wooden. I mean, it's a big doorway. That's just a little rod. That's not gonna work.
Ah, damn it.
And now this ghost is blocking the doorway. Oh, I'm a ghost! Woo!
Yeah, we just run through him.
All right, I'm going to pick up a rock from the ground and throw it at him.
Oh fuck! What'd you do that for, you dickhead?
Okay, not a ghost.
No, I am a ghost. Woo! Don't go in here. It's really scary and
Stumpy?
haunted. What? No. What? No, I'm a ghost.
Jolo loves you.
No, I'm the ghost of a dead guy that
All right,
died.
I'm going to count to
Oh.
5. You can get the fuck out of here.
At
At which point I will shoot you.
I'm a what, but I'm a ghost. Aren't you frightened, mate?
No.
There's
Not
really
really.
scary shit down there, though.
Why
It's
are you,
re-
are you trying to protect us, ghost?
I just would like you to fuck off, please.
I don't trust him.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
But I'm a ghost, though.
But that would have been a great lie to be like,
I-
yes, I'm trying to protect
I walk
you.
up and I punch him in the face.
Ah! All right. Okay, so roll your attack.
16.
Okay, let me just find this dickhead. Go, 16. Yes, that is a hit. What are you using? Oh, you're using your fist.
Yeah, I'll use the end of my...
Okay, so again,
Warhammer.
we'll use half damage.
I'll use a hand axe.
Like, actual hit him with an axe, or?
Just the end of it.
Okay,
I only do 2 damage, though.
so we'll just say 1.
Oh, no, I already halved it.
Oh, okay, so
I did
2
4.
damage in total?
Yeah.
Alright. It's like this sort of shrouded figure you like hit in, and it kind of like dents in, and this like sort of area of red starts to like expand out on the shroud, and it's like, oh, what did you do that for, you dickhead? Oh my god, that's not, I've got unfinished business, just fuck off, alright?
Alright, well, clearly you're not a ghost.
I am a ghost.
I grab the
I'm
shroud
a scary ghost.
and I pull it up.
Oh, mate, don't do that. Alright. Roll perception, everybody.
20.
14?
Alright,
9.
Mackenzie.
I got 9.
Underneath is, you could kindly say,
Sad little wang.
it's a sad little wang. It's a little eye looking at you. And it's like, I'm a rogue wang. I crawl around the mines on my balls. No.
I was actually totally buying that.
Okay, no. It's well, we're close. You think back to the cafeteria, and you think
It's
back.
Rat Rooter.
No, it's not Rat Rooter. You think back to the slender dwarf called Dicko, who was particularly slender, unlike the other dwarves, and had a big cloak flowing behind him. He's not a dwarf. With the shroud removed, he's clearly a human who has a lot of scuff marks on his knees.
Oh, fuck.
So With a roll of 20, you deduce that maybe that big cloak behind him was hiding something. Perhaps human feet.
Okay.
All right. So, I got better. It's a miracle. I'm healed. I'm not a ghost anymore. You brought me to life. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Oh my god, why are you here?
I'm just going to go.
No, you're not.
Can I go?
No.
Can I please go?
No.
How about I go?
No.
I would like it if he left.
Can I go? Oh, there we go. Thanks, everyone. Was just a prank. Prank week at the mines. Initiation. I gotta go, mate. Can I go?
Initiation for what?
Oh, for like you newbies pranks. You've been punked. Just a thing I just made up.
I'm gonna say also
You've been punked.
You can't go.
You've been punked. You've been punked.
I'm going to punt you out of here.
Well, hey.
If you don't either shut the fuck up
Yeah.
or tell me what's going on.
Roll for intimidation.
Yeah, intimidate him.
Okay.
They're 10.
I'm not terribly
Just the 10.
No. What's that? 2.
2.
No, that didn't work.
I'll intimidate him.
No, what do you say to try and intimidate him that doesn't work?
What I just said.
He's like, you pulled the other one, mate. Look, I've got to go. I'm sorry. Look, it's been fun. You're great. I like you. I understand what you're doing. Security, wonderful. You're good. You're doing a good job.
I'm gonna roll to intimidate.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay, I feel like
It didn't work.
Well, what did you roll?
I got an 8.
Not bother.
All right. He like kisses you on the forehead and says, like, look, thanks, mate. You've been great. I love it. You're a good sport. You're a good sport. Let's all go back to the cafeteria and have some of them blood pies. What do you reckon? Should we go back? Should we go back?
I'm gonna roll for intimidation.
So much
talk.
I got 20.
Oh fuck! Look, mate. Look. It's just a joke.
From the cafeteria.
They made me do it. You don't understand. You don't understand. Jeez.
I don't want to have to do this every time we meet. Okay.
I know, but well, that was rat ruder. But look, you don't understand. She's so mean, and she.
Who's she?
Oh, don't make me do that. You know who she is, but she said if we like all helped her, then she gave us 100 gold pieces. Oh fuck, I've said too much. But it's like it takes forever to earn that in a fucking pie mine. I'm not even a tater man. I'm more of an aubergine. I'm a beautiful slender aubergine.
They're working on the blue pie mine.
But, I don't get that reference, but I'm not very well read. I'm just working on mine.
Is she down there? If we go down there, are we going to find her?
Let me ask. If we go down there, we're going to find her?
I think you'll find her, mate.
Alright, it's a big fucking mother bug, isn't it?
Do you know anything that can help us?
She's not a bug.
What is she?
Spider?
Oh, fuck off. I don't want to fight
Is it a spider?
She's a bitch. She's a bush pig.
Whoa.
Oh.
That's my people.
Oh, well, hello. All right. Fuck, just saying it how it is. Didn't realise. We are in a mine amongst blokes and stuff. I thought, okay, fine.
Do you have anything useful to tell us?
No, not really, mate.
Okay, well,
Yes,
off,
I do.
Alright.
Alright.
Give
Fuck
us
off.
60 gold pieces.
Why are you trying to intimidate him?
Nah, mate, fucking come on, pull the other one. You're great. I love you. You're fantastic.
Give us 60 gold pieces and then you can go.
Yeah, okay, mate. Oh, what?
For the gold.
I'm not. I have no use for
Just
material
mug
things.
this guy and then let's
You
leave.
fucking piss
Let's-
on me.
Let's just go. Let's just leave
Do you want
him
us
here.
to piss on you?
Leave him here. Let's go down.
Fine.
I'm not from fantasy Europe, mate. Come on.
Go to bed.
Alright, leave.
Alright, okay. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. You've been great. Alright, can I have my shroud back?
fucking-
No.
I hate
but if
all
I'm
of
going
you.
to bed, it's actually my sheets, mate. No, I'm going to need that.
Fine, take the sheets.
All right, I'll take the sheets. Thank you, everybody. You've been good. Love you. Love what you did.
I just start walking away.
You fucking did a number
I'm
on
already
me.
leaving.
You were scary. All right, okay, so his voice echoes.
We have a wall of creeping bugs behind us.
Oh, shit, yes. Okay, and he gets consumed by the bugs and dies. So,
Thank Christ for that.
all right.
God.
So you continue down this dark tunnel, and it comes into a wide room which has a stone sort of raised rectangle in the center, and there is another shape.
Stumpy shaped.
It's dwarf shaped.
Stumpy?
I walk over and I have a look.
What are you looking
Don't
for?
put your hands in it.
I'm looking for a hole to put my hand in.
There are definite knife wounds all through the chest, but this one isn't as sort of eaten away and hollowed out as the other one was.
Is there a name on his uniform?
There is.
Is it Stumpy?
His first name is definitely, and his second name is Stumpy.
Guys, this is definitely Stumpy.
Yeah.
Stumpy, that guy loves you.
And then suddenly, as you're saying this, a shrouded figure appears
Oh my god.
and goes, "Ooh, I'm a ghost."
I turn around and I throw a fireball at him.
It goes straight through. And he goes,
One.
"Hey, what are you doing? I told you I was a ghostie. I've got unfinished business, you dickhead. What are you doing?"
Is this the same guy who was outside?
I'm not the same. What are you
Oh my
talking
god, I
about?
got eaten by beetles and he just came back as a real ghost.
No, it's me, Stumpy. I'm a ghost. Woo.
Oh my god, Jolo
Loves
loves you.
Oh, that's fucking weird. Now,
He wanted.
oh, that explains so much. I feel, I'm mortified.
I want to not have this whole conversation again.
God, I remember that. I remember the way he
Please,
looked
God,
at me.
have me not have this conversation again.
God.
He wanted to
We
be.
have a moving wall of bugs behind us.
He wanted me to remind you, and it might be out of taste now, but he wanted me to remind you that Joel only lived once.
That was my unfinished business, and he disappears in a puff of light. There we go. So wow, so Stumpy. So
I think I'm going to call on the DM. I think that needs another inspiration.
okay, yeah. No, you can only have one at a time. You still got one stashed
Break
ahead.
the rules.
So, yes, you were in a rough-hewn stone room, something ancient that hasn't been used for a long time, and yes, Stumpy's body has been carved up on a platform in the centre.
Ew.
What are you going to do?
Don't touch it.
Guys, I think this is a sacrifice
What?
to that ghost we just met outside.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm going to cast a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, 22.
Yeah, that's good. And do you want to roll, you've got Arcana, right?
That I do. Oh, that did not go well. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so you don't know exactly what happened, but you do recognise
I got
that...
a hell of a perception score.
Yeah, there's definitely been some sort of sacrifice. There's been some sort of ritual that has happened in this place. Some sort of thing has gone on, some kind of dark magic. Your Arcana's not allowing you to identify exactly what happened here, but certainly there's been some bad news. There's been some sort of rite or ritual that has happened.
Is there anything around the room? Like any writing? Or...
No, it seems to be. It's a pretty nondescript room. It was closed off. It could have stored something at some point. There is a way in, and there is a distinct way out, which moves even further into the mine. So yes, something kind of creepy has gone on. Just take a moment to reflect. What are you guys feeling at this point? Bearing in mind everything that's sort of happened, what's the conversation that you guys are having?
Maybe you need to pay something on your lager phone to see this guy's soul out to the afterlife.
I'm gonna roll
To show
for
your respect for the
performance
dead.
real quick. I got a
Oh yeah.
21 for performance just to see him off. But other than that,
It's gonna have to be a really quick one because we still.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's tasteful.
I cry.
There's tears.
I don't cry, but I smirk slightly less.
I think maybe it's one of those things where, you know, when you hear music, you hear something, when it goes, you're very aware of that sort of absence of it. Like, when it stops, everything's sort of silent. Like, you don't feel like there are bugs breaking down the wall on the other side. And even little Beefy is kind of just quiet and shaking in his cage. And kind of, if anything, just sort of glancing towards that final exit out of this room, that sort of place where you haven't been yet.
Oh, that's pretty clear.
we know what we need to do.
Yeah.
We
Eat Stumpy.
get off it. Stumpy. Oh, sorry. I think I meant Beefy. No, you need Stumpy. I don't care.
I don't want to eat that.
No, I don't eat Stumpy.
No.
That's that. So we're
Is there
gonna.
any other evidence on Stumpy or just the knife wounds?
No, just the knife wounds.
Is he carrying anything interesting?
No, not really. We can roll for a trinket if you would like
Yes,
to
please.
see. Yeah. Okay. Who would like to search Stumpy?
Fucking me will.
Okay, go for it. Roll percentile dice, please.
All right, 98%.
There is a glass jar containing lard with a label that reads Griffin grease. Roll a perception check.
Let me just write that down first.
Big old jar of
Big
griffin.
old jar of
What's the
lard.
Australian
Now, are
law
we-
version of a griffin?
Go, roll. Everyone roll perception.
13.
14.
15.
Okay, so Plank, you notice in the shadows in the corner of the room there is another body with a name tag Griffin. Whether you want to report this to Jolo or not is up to you guys and how empathetic you feel. So yeah, we're kind of at the crux of this. We kind of know where we got to go. I just want to just turn your
some
back
of
on
us
it
do.
and fuck off.
We're gonna
I
go
checked
through.
Griffin's body.
Oh my
wanna
god!
know why
You and
Griffin's
your
here.
looting.
All right, roll percentile
I want to
dice,
know what's going
and
on.
we'll see what Griffin has.
You're gonna work.
Yeah, it's going to be gross.
more.
77. No, I just wanted to see why there was 2 dead people here.
A sheet of parchment upon which is drawn a complex mechanical contraption.
I'm glad you got that.
Blueprints.
You can craft a complex mechanical contraption at some point.
That's cool, because I'm a blacksmith.
Is it a fancy Australia version of a flashlight?
Could be. It could be a sex machine. It's a Sibian.
Well, Griff needed lard to lubricate himself. He probably was a sex machine.
Yeah, look, it gets lonely in the mines. Can we not delve too deep into the personal lives of
We
these
are already
tater
very
men?
far down the shaft.
Okay.
Is there a reason why, as I inspect his body, is there a reason why his lard has been taken out and put in a jar?
It's personal reason.
Alright, I give up on the body. Let's leave.
Okay.
Move on to the next room.
Yeah.
Going through the door.
So, obviously, when you go into this next room, they're waiting for you. There's Bunt, there's Rat Rooter, and there's Stoker. Now, Rat
It's not
Rooter...
Stroker.
Stroker, yeah. Not his brother, Stoker. Who wrote Dracula in Fantasy Australia. But he's not here at the moment. So you walk
Australian
in.
Dracula.
Now, Rat Rooter sees Little Tacker and straight away is like, no, look, it wasn't me. I was forced. I was paid 100 gold and it's just hard to Rat Rooter out. And he starts to leave. You're going to let him go? Because he's got to go
No,
past you
stop him.
in order to go. Who's going to stop him?
Well,
I will throw a fireball at him.
Oh, so it's on like Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Oh, like straight fight.
All right, go for it. Attack.
Enough talking.
I'm going to let you just do an attack roll because there's no initiative yet.
Yep, I will. Oh dear. 11.
11. His armor class is 13, so it like cinches him. He's like, shit! And he's still going to try and run for the door.
So
I clothesline him. Just like hold my arm out.
All right.
Yeah.
Do an attack roll. So it won't do much damage, but you'll knock him prone if you do it.
16.
Yes, that will do it. So you clothesline him. He falls to the ground. That means he has disadvantage on attack rolls. But to be honest, he's got no interest in attacking you at this moment. He sort of curls up into a fetal ball. It is kind of panicking. And even Bunt is like now starting to look nervous and sort of backing towards the edge of the room. It's only Stroker with the face that shows no expression that's sort of sitting there still.
Because his face has no expression.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. Lumpy little faceless Stroker just sitting there. Bunt's backing off. Rat Rooter's fetal.
I look down at Rat Rooter. I'm like, I told you I'd punch you in the face.
Mate, you told no lie. You told the truth. But you said you clotheslined me, but it still hurt, mate. Still got me right in me Adam's apple, that's for sure.
Then I ask him why they're all down there.
Because we was paid, mate. It's desperate down here. 100 gold.
Who paid you and what for?
She did.
Who's she?
She.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't want to say it too loud because she's here.
Can you write it down?
I'm read all right. I can read a rat. If you bring me a rat.
I walk away from Rat Rooter because obviously Stroker's the one in charge, right?
Well, he can't talk.
Who?
Stroker.
Well, thank God for
I
that.
thought it was
Can he
just his
talk?
face.
Is this a conversation you're having out loud?
Stroker, can you
the
talk?
three of us are talking in front of Stroker.
Oh, I can talk.
Oh, I like it.
I told you guys he could talk.
Says Stroker in a slightly feminine voice.
Stroker, I know you've been a leader. all
Although
along.
his lips don't move. roll perception, everyone.
I don't think Stroker's actually a dwarf.
13.
15.
21.
Hang on. 20.
Okay.
19.
That's not a real face. You can see that now. Like you see that line. That's not a real face. You didn't have a stroke. That's a fake face.
It's a month.
Alright. Am I the only one who notices? Or do we all notice?
Well, you notice. You can share it with the others if you want.
Guys,
Guys, it's not a fucking face.
that's not a fucking face.
What is it then?
It's a fake face. I walk over, I slap it off him.
Well,
I feel like that was a bad idea.
As you get close, I would like you to let me just find Stroker, the mysterious mystery minds
The mysterious
person.
mystery mistress.
Okay, I'd like you to do a wisdom saving throw, please. DC 11.
Wisdom saving.
Is this,
Yeah.
is this plank?
Yeah. DC 11.
17.
18.
Okay, so at the very edge of your mind, there's this moment where you feel like some sort of force is trying to hold you back, trying to stop you, like magically in your tracks. But you're able to push past it and keep walking towards. Now, are we going into an attack situation where we're going to have initiative, or are you going to...
I'm not trying to attack him, I just want to take the mask off.
Okay.
I mean, like, if he perceives that as an attack. Well,
So you're still going to just keep walking closer?
yeah, I just keep walking towards
All
him.
right, so there's one more opportunity for this person to respond before you get there.
Can I cast a cantrip?
I think we would go into initiative if we're going to start to
But
everybody
it's
do.
an instantaneous.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
All right, and what does Mage Hand do?
It's going to reach out and pluck the mask off.
Okay, is there any save or anything for that?
Nope.
Okay.
There's just a limit on the amount of weight it can carry.
So you're
It
walking.
can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
All right, it's not a magical item. It was probably bought at a fantasy
Red Dot.
Australian Red Dot store. So you're walking towards with purpose, shaking off the effects, and then suddenly over here, Mackenzie lets out this mage hand and plucks the mask away to reveal a not evil, ugly. We're not falling for those kind of cliches. A sort of almost grandmotherly, broad face. Now, who here would have gone to the most service stations?
plank.
Who here
I
probably
feel
ate?
like you've purchased a lot of durries in your time.
Who here probably ate the most pies?
Definitely pie.
I'm the only one who ate pie.
Who tried a lot of different pies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think during this quest I've had about 7 or 8. I wrote a note that says blood pie times 4, which is how many I put in my bag.
You would recognise this face because you've seen illustrations
Oh my God.
of this face
Oh
before.
my god!
Yes!
This is Mrs. Mac.
I'm already sexually aroused.
Oh my god!
This is the infamous Mrs. Mac pretending to be a dwarf with a stroke. Who is down here creating bloody rituals in the pie mines. Some would even say that she has made a bloody oath.
Fuck's sake! This is a travesty.
she's like, okay, so you've exposed my little scheme.
Why are you English?
I'm not. Well, look, where do you think we all came from? Fantasy England, didn't we? In the long run, I've been here a lot longer than you, love. I'm one of the first fleet. And,
Are you a convict?
well, I've done some things I'm not proud of, including the time I tried to take over this pie mine with my bloody oath. Bloody oath I did. So now all our little secrets are out. Why don't you turn around and go away and let me just enjoy my flourishing pie business?
Fuck off.
You fuck off.
Alright, and then we fight.
Initiative?
Yeah.
All right, Mrs. Max going down.
14.
6.
6. Yeah.
And Mrs. Mac is 15. All right, so Mrs. Mac's going to go first. Rat Rooter and Bunt are out of it. Bunt's going to try and leave as well if no one's going to stop him. If they regret messing with a villainous fast food icon. Mrs. Mac is going to do command. It's a one-word command. It can't be directly harmful, so she can't say, like, suicide. But she can try and stop somebody. So it's a wisdom saving throw. She's going to say to you, urinate. I'm pointing at Zach, by the way. I just realised the audience are they're fucking on the edge of their seats. They're like, who's going to piss their pants in Fantasy Australia? Is it Zach? Is it Paris? Is it Suzanne?
What's the save?
14.
Oh, look, mate, you hold it in. Your bladder's stronger than that. So
Work.
your bladder kind of tenses and then you like push it back and everyone's there's just this second where everyone's looking at your pants and they are bone dry, my friend. Do you have a response to that?
Me?
Yeah, just like a clever quip. Do you want to make a urine pun or anything like that?
Just flip the bird.
You know what? I shit my pants.
Yeah, because which is it's a power move to show that you tried to make me piss. I chose to shit. So yeah, I pay that. So that was Mrs. Mac. Now it is the halfling, our little friend. G'day. Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna use?
I'm gonna run at her with my short swords.
Okay.
18.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Nice. And 4 piercing damage.
4 piercing damage. Okay.
Pissing damage.
So
I pierce you.
yeah, you pierce her.
You piss yourself.
You're only little. And she's like, my ovary. But like she's old and she doesn't care.
Singular ovary?
She doesn't.
I had 2 swords.
Oh, you pierce with both?
Yes.
She's like, what was her voice again? She was English.
It was stupidly English.
You got my ovary.
Oh, you got me in the ovary. It's been love. I haven't used them for a very long time. So, there's 2 like little fountains of blood coming out from either side of the bull's head, cow's head. What is it? I'm trying to think back. Suzanne's doing a face which I wish we could represent in audio. But yeah, her fallopian.
talking about
One, you know when like a
uterus
garden
cross-section?
hose, you know when a garden hose is loose and just spraying water everywhere. One fallopian tube is just spraying blood around, but she's fine. She's still kicking. So next is Mackenzie.
Why would you do this to me? Alright, I'm going to throw a firebolt at her.
All right.
Natural 20!
Oh, okay. So this is going to do double damage.
Yes, it is. And now you gotta figure out what I'm doing. 7.
So 14.
14 damage.
All right. So you just shoot a fireball, and it like catches her square in the chest. And do you remember that bit in Mrs. Doubtfire where her titties are on fire? Like, it looks like
Fondly.
that. So there's a fallopian tube flying around, and her titties are on fire. And
I feel like you and I have to talk about a little bit about how the anatomy works.
no, I think this
After
is
this.
all fine
I
in
have some
fantasy
concerns.
Australia. And like she's pretty hurt at this point. And I don't believe in characters that are getting fucked up just continuing. So she's like sort of raising her hands and like, oh, fucking let's stop this now. Like, it was all fun and games, but fucking hello.
My tits are on fire.
My tits are on fire. Now, that said, you still have initiative in this round. So you can choose blank whether or not you want to continue this assault or whether you're going to show mercy.
Take this bitch down.
Will killing her end the oath?
I don't know. Will it? Will I kill her? I'll attack her.
Okay, what are you going to use?
Both my hand axes.
All right.
18, 22.
Yep, that'll do it.
And then 1 plus 4, 5, and 10. So 15 damage.
Yeah, if that fucking absolutely obliterates her. And ironically, Mrs. Mac is sliced up much like the delicious pies that she is famous for. And
never eating meat again.
well, your options at service stations are going to decrease by about half now because of what has happened to Mrs. Mac. So that all happens, and you hear a tremendous rumbling and shaking from the altar room.
The altar room. Oh,
Where
that's where Thingy
where
died.
Stumpy's body was, yeah. So you went from that room into this new room where the bad guys were hanging out. In order to get back into the mine proper, into the surface, you really don't have many options
Gotta go back to the altar room.
apart from the altar room.
True.
Cool. Let's head back out
Let's
there and
search
see what
Mrs. Mac's body.
No, that's true. She's a boss.
She's
We've
boss.
gotta-
She's got to have good stuff on
Okay.
her.
That's true. Very
I mean, she's
quickly.
doling out like $100 worth of gold.
That's
at
true.
her.
That is very true.
Yeah,
so
give us that sweet.
so Mrs. Mac has
ducats.
100 gold still on her.
Yep.
Sweet.
And she has, her weapon is, beyond her magic, is a enchanted chef knife. So it's a big, like, butcher knife, and it's got +4 to hit. Oh, sorry, no, that's her skill. But it's 1d4 plus 2 piercing damage.
Okay, can we
you
just grab
wanna-
everything and then sort it out after?
Yep.
Yep.
So someone want to hold on to that?
I'll grab it all as we run. And the
All right.
mask. I grab the mask as well.
And grab the mask, right? So you've got the dwarf mask, the Tater Man mask. You rush back into the room. The altar has split in two. It's cracked open like a big old bloody,
a fucking Aslan table.
like a big old googie egg, mate. And rising out of it is
it a worm?
a demon, a construct, the source of this magic, the thing that was summoned, the thing that was dealt the oath. And it is a demon or a golem made entirely out of meat. It is gristly, it is chunky, it is the deal was made with this horrible thing. And it is pissed off. And you walk in and it goes, hi!
It's fucking Grimace.
If I hadn't already pooed my pants out of spite, I would probably poo them again.
Please don't roll anything.
Roll for hygiene.
I'm worried about where that's going to go.
So guys, this is the final boss. This is boss battle time. The boss battle music just starts in the background. It's kind of pumping. And he's like, "Nice to meet you."
Alright, we're not going to have conversation. We don't treat
Sorry if
demons.
I'm hamming it up.
And also, I don't want to listen to this shit all the way through. Let's just fight.
But can I just say, this guy is awful.
Hey!
He's like, "That's a good one.
We wink at each other like.
I've got to tell Mrs. Meat that one. She won't believe me back in the bacon dimension."
Alright, initiative.
Initiative.
9.
20.
10.
And the meat dude is 3. Oh. I'm all mouth and no trousers. Alright, so Plank, our tiefling fighter, gets to go first. What are you using? What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I just rolled a 4.
And plus your...
No, that's with my modifier.
Oh, that's with your modifier.
But this guy's all meat, no armor, right?
He's got like a little... Yeah, it's a very
Little
low
bit
armor class.
aggressive.
He's got a bit of cushion.
It's not that
Crackle.
low.
You've got some
Damn it.
crackling
Alright,
on
move
him.
on.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ha ha ha ha! Nice try!
I yell out, "Fuck you."
No, fuck you, pal!
And I'm like, "Ha."
I'm made of meat!"
Words hurt.
So next is Mackenzie, Suzanne.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to cast Firebolt. 19.
And that will hit.
That's a 10. 0 is a 10.
10 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire.
Yes, alright. So,
That shit up.
you hit him. The smell, it smells delicious, you guys. It just smells so good. He's like, "Even I'm into me." But they have an aversion to fire, the meat golems. So if it takes fire damage, it will actually gain disadvantage for the next turn. So because you have given him a nice sear,
Medium rare.
he will be in problems. Yeah. I prefer well done. And then it is a little guy, little lady. G'day.
I'm going to try and shoot him in the head with my longbow.
Okay, so you're not getting close. You're keeping your distance.
Uh-huh.
All right, so he won't try and melee attack you then.
It's
That was a
1.
7.
So 7 plus 7, 14. Am I hitting him?
Like,
You're 7. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Fucking smashing him him out.
And 8. 4.
He gets an arrow in his ribs.
what noise does that make?
And it's already a meat pun.
Ribs, yeah.
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 It's writing itself.
That's some mixed skewers.
It is. He's like, "At least it wasn't in my Parsons Loaves." And then he's like, "How about I take a shot?" So he's got disadvantage.
Yeah, let's not.
And he's going to take a shot at Plank, who is the closest. It's actually, he's going to try and use his slam attack, and it's a 6.
No.
No,
Doesn't hit.
so it's not even going to be close. So he completely misses, he slams, and he's like, "Oh, that's embarrassing." And then it goes right back to you, Plank.
I'm going to use my hand axes again. 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Sweet. 9 and 5. So 14 damage.
14, all right. So he's pretty hurt now. You cut off a nice slice, like a nice sandwich-sized slice. And he goes, "Oh, there goes my patties." And he's now at a point where he's so sort of hurt that he's going to go berserk. He's like, "Well, I guess I'll go berserk then." So he's going to attack the nearest person or thing. And it would take a persuasion check from his creator to stop him. But you've already burnt his creator alive. So he's pumped up. He's going wild now.
Would you say he's going hog wild?
He is. I'm going hog wild in my bacon bits.
Yes.
So then it is Mackenzie's turn. What are you going to do?
I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
You can't do another fire?
Oh, well, I could, but...
You know he doesn't like fire.
Well, I know, but I was like, I keep firebolting, you know? Just...
Go on, freeze me. Save me for later. I'm good for 12 months.
Oh, fucking fine. All right, firebolt. I was trying to make for good TV. Jesus Christ. All right. That's a 7.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I thought it was a big... All right. Yeah, it's not great. I got 12.
Looks like you're trying to make mincemeat out of me. I'm getting low, but I still got one little bit to go. Come on, I can take it.
I literally have no idea if that hit or not.
It hit. Yeah, you know, you fucked him up. He's pretty fucked up now. There's like, the room smells so good.
All I wanted to know.
Like, there's like little bits of meat everywhere. It's cooking. It smells great. But
10 damage.
He's on his last legs, yeah. And we go to you, Little Tacker.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go for my longbow again
Okay.
because otherwise I'm just gonna be hitting his toes.
You've got the sense here that this could be a killing shot.
Yes.
So is any way you want to aim for maximum comedy or effect?
In his,
Right in the bacon zone.
the bacon zone. Let's
Right
go.
in the bacon zone, yeah.
I'm doing it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 26.
20.
26. All right. That goes so fucking hard and fast into his bacon zone. It is like right in there. It's like a fucking cocktail frank on a skewer. And he's just like, that was a bit rash, sirs. And then he like passes out.
Does he fall into like disintegrate?
He just
or-
disintegrates into minced meat. So suddenly
Jesus.
it's just like all this loose minced meat everywhere because he was already burning. And look, it just fucking smells great. to the point where Ruta sticks his head in and goes, "You guys don't mind, do ya? Because like, that smells fantastic. We could call everybody down, all the Tater men, and have a little bit of a beef party. What do you reckon?"
I think that sounds great. Are all the
Yes.
the little bugs? They're not mad anymore.
Little Beefy just seems suddenly like this huge weight has lifted, and he's just suddenly happy, and he lets out this like, and then all around you hear all the little bugs lifting up their head and in the same thing going, can we all do it so that
Yeah.
for the audience? And it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's absolutely what it
do-
was.
do-
He's happy as a clam that's a bug.
We run to each other.
You run to each other. Well, he's in his cage, so you run towards him and he slams himself against the bars. And then, like, he pokes his little, like, tongue out through the bars and he's like, lashes it around, like doing anything to try and reach you. He's just,
I
he's
forgive
ecstatic.
him. I forgive his behaviour. He knows it.
And little Tater men are starting to walk in, just following their noses going, God, we missed dinner because our pies were menstruating. But this smells great. So they're all happy. They're coming in. They're scooping up handfuls of meat and like rubbing it all over their face. Jolo comes in and he's like, Stumpy,
Oh,
Stumpy, Griffin. Griffin. Like, so he's confused. And then who should come in last but Wenzo? And Wenzo's like, you bloody did it. You bloody did it, you characters. I tell you what, we've got something here. You guys and me. What do you reckon?
Punch him in the face.
Is it money that you're about to give us?
I reckon that you guys and I, this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. I think we could make this work. I think that you guys are pretty good at solving mysteries. Because, am I right, guys, in thinking that they solved the mystery of the pie mine? And everyone's like, woo!
I still actually have quite a lot of questions.
I solved a mystery while you were out. Come and check it. Come, do you want to see something?
Yes.
Come on there. Okay, so he takes you down to the dorm, and one of the dwarves hasn't been lured by the smell of pie. He's just sleeping in bed under the covers with his arms outstretched really wide. And he pulls back the covers and goes, it's a fucking scarecrow. Eh? Fucking scarecrow. Can you believe that? I solved that mystery. I solve mysteries. You solve mysteries. I think we're a great team.
I think all I see is Reese Darby. Like, you are.
I don't reckon we should waste our time down in the mine. I reckon, look, let me tell you something about Alf. He's not going to fucking be beaten by a spider. He comes back here, he's going to be pretty pissed. I know where there's a bit of treasure kept. I've got the keys to a pie wagon. I reckon we take this show on the fucking road. I am willing. I'll be your manager. I wouldn't look too closely into the numbers or anything, the paperwork and stuff like that. I'll handle that. I'm a money man. That's fine. I'll deal with that. I've got that stuff. It's all in my head. Wait. Oh, yeah, we're gonna fill up the pie wagon with a filing cabinet when it's all in my head? No, I'll just keep it in my head. I'll keep the numbers in. We've all agreed that I'll keep the numbers in my head. We're a team. We'll get in the pie wagon. We'll go on adventures. And we'll solve mysteries.
You're right. I'm with him.
What do you
Take
say?
us to the treasure.
He's in. Plank's in. That's the guy.
I trust this guy with my life.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beefy also.
Mackenzie, you got nothing to lose. Come and join me on the pie wagon.
You get away from all these dwarfs.
We'll have adventures. All these tater men. Hey, did you know she wrote a book? We're with an author here. Would you like to talk about that?
My name's Sharon. I don't know what you're talking
All
about.
right, Sharon. How about we go have a rummage through this chest and then get in the pie wagon and get out of here quickly. All right.
Why not?
Come on. So Wenzo gathers you up. We're going to his office. He's setting things alight and kicking things out windows and scribbling over stuff. He's like, no, look, this is fine. This is all to be expected. I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't read too much into that. Don't worry about that. Those numbers were wrong anyway. I don't know why we didn't burn them before. It just makes sense, doesn't it? So, now that that's all gone, let's just get into Alf's chest here. I don't think you'll mind. He's fighting that spider. So, there are 3 magic items in here.
Fuck yeah.
And you guys have to decide who's going to take what. So, he's like, oh, what the fuck is this? It's an instrument of the bards. It's a didgeridoo. Made for the tourist trade, if I'm going to be honest. But when you play this thing, it can cast animal friendship and give protection from fire and from poison. So it will create a resistance to that. There's a figurine of wondrous power. Now this one's a silver galah. And what it can do is it can become an actual galah for a 12-hour period, and you can cast Animal Messenger on it. So you can use it as a messaging device. But once you use it, it does take a couple of day cooldown. And the final thing is Braces of Archery. It gains proficiency in long and short bow. I think all of you have proficiency in that already, because Mackenzie as a high elf gets that automatically, even though she wouldn't normally get that as a wizard. But it does add +2 to damage rolls when you are using that bow. So that's going to give you an extra +2 and really beef up whatever damage you're using. Has to be attuned. It's not something you can swap around. So once one of you chooses to equip that, you're stuck with it.
Alright.
So it's the didgeridoo, the silver galah, and the braces of archery.
I don't want the didgeridoo one, because I am already fire resistant. Also, I don't care about making friends with animals, because I have my animal friendship potion.
Animal friendship.
I'm happy to be able to make friends with animals.
Okay.
But you're already pretty
I'm pretty great with animals.
True.
Do you want to be able to make friends with animals?
I really don't.
I just want to say to everyone, I have lit a fire in this room. So, this is important. This is all part of team building. This is our first team building exercise. I think we could do a few team building exercises. But yeah, we are on fire.
The didgeridoo thing makes you fire resistant as well, though, right?
Yeah.
I would like that.
All right, so one of us will be alive.
All right, look. Didgeridoo, braces.
Now
I'll
you
take
are
the
pointing to people.
Okay.
All right, well,
I'm
we're
not
still
looking in your
figuring this out.
direction. I'm looking at these burning files. So if you could just
All
tell
right.
me who you're pointing to, that would be very helpful.
I'm suggesting that G'day takes the didgeridoo and Plank takes the braces and I'll take the messenger galah.
All right. We're all happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get the fuck out of here.
Can I just have a word outside with my friends for a minute?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. I'll just keep warm by this beautiful fire. Do what you got to do. That's
Right.
fine. Just don't.
As
take
we
too
walk
long.
outside, I use my cantrip to lock the door behind us.
Please do.
You hear a click, and he goes, "Lockpicking +4, dickhead." And you get into the pie wagon, and off you go into the glorious fantasy Australian sunset. Ready for a brand new adventure. There we go. That is the first adventure, Mystery of the Pie Mines. You guys did it. You solved it. You nailed it. You will level up before next episode. You're all going to be level
Fuck
3,
yes.
so we'll get you some stuff. Thank you, everybody, for listening and going on this journey. Please, please, please spread the word. Let people know. Rate, review on iTunes. It's so important at this early stage of the podcast that if this is going to have any traction, that you do it. We were going to do a fortnightly. We're going to do it weekly now. So we're really having fun. We're hoping you're having fun, and we'd love for you to help us out in any way you can. Go to fruitlesspursuits.com to find out everything we're doing. There's the other podcast that we're involved with. I host a weekly podcast about pop culture. Lots of shit there, plus links to our Facebook discussion group where you can talk about all this stuff, and Patreon, all that business. Thanks, everyone. How do you feel as adventurers that have just completed, solved your first mystery?
Fucking godlike.
Feel so accomplished.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy.
And how are you feeling about each other now that you've done this?
It's alright.
I like them a bit more.
All right.
Trust them.
Well, I think there are wonderful things in your future. So thanks, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
And you got to say the thing.
Wackadoo!
Can we have a group wackadoo? You just finished an adventure. Every time you say group wackadoo, you level up.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wackadoo!
How embarrassing.